Imagine sailing across a freezing ocean, only to discover a lighthouse where every keeper has mysteriously vanished. No bodies, no struggle, no farewell, just complete silence. More than 100 years later, this mystery still has no answer. This is the terrifying mystery of the Flannan Isles Lighthouse. Our story begins on a lonely group of islands off the northwest coast of Scotland. These islands were beautiful, but dangerously isolated. For centuries, sailors feared these waters. Countless ships had been wrecked along these unforgiving rocks. To protect passing ships, Britain decided to build a lighthouse. By 1899, the lighthouse stood proudly above the Atlantic. Its powerful light became a symbol of safety. But inside the lighthouse, only 3 men lived completely alone. Their names were James Ducat, Thomas Marshall, and Donald McArthur. They were experienced men trusted with an important responsibility. Every single day followed the same routine. The lighthouse could never stop working. Even during violent storms, the light had to remain on. Weeks could pass without seeing another human being. Isolation slowly became part of their lives. But in December of 1900, something changed. Passing ships noticed something unusual. The lighthouse light wasn't shining. For a lighthouse, this was almost impossible. The report was sent to shore immediately, but terrible weather delayed any rescue attempt. For several days, no one could reach the lighthouse. No signals came from the island. No smoke rose from the chimney. Something was terribly wrong. When the rescue ship finally arrived, the real mystery was only beginning. On December 26, 1900, the relief ship Hesperus finally reached the island. Captain James Harvey immediately sensed that something wasn't right. Normally, the keepers would rush outside to welcome the relief ship, but this time, no one appeared. The captain sounded the ship's horn. The sound echoed across the cliffs, but no answer came. Signal rockets were fired into the sky. Still, nothing moved. Relief keeper Joseph Moore volunteered to investigate. Alone, he rowed toward the mysterious island. The silence became more frightening with every step. No voices, no footsteps, no signs of life. Then he reached the main entrance. The door wasn't locked. Joseph carefully stepped inside. Everything seemed strangely normal. The kitchen looked as if someone had just left. Half-finished work remained exactly where it had been left. Nothing suggested a violent struggle. There wasn't a single drop of blood. No broken furniture. No signs of panic. Only one thing immediately stood out. 2 heavy waterproof coats were missing, but one coat was still hanging inside. That meant one keeper had apparently gone outside without proper protection. Experienced lighthouse keepers would never do something so careless. The mystery grew even deeper. Then he discovered the lighthouse logbook. The final entries would reveal clues that only made the mystery even stranger. Joseph carefully opened the lighthouse logbook and began reading the final entries. One entry described an unusually powerful storm battering the island. The keeper even wrote that the winds were unlike anything he had ever seen. Another note claimed that one of the keepers was unusually quiet and distressed. Even Donald McArthur, known for his fearless personality, was said to be deeply unsettled. The entries became increasingly strange. Then came one final sentence. After that, the logbook ended forever. No more entries were ever written. The last confirmed record was dated December 15, 1900. After that date, the 3 keepers simply disappeared. Investigators searched every room from top to bottom, but the lighthouse revealed almost nothing. Outside, however, investigators noticed something unusual. A storage box had been smashed by tremendous force. Iron railings had been bent toward the sea. Large rocks had been moved from their original positions. It looked as though the ocean itself had attacked the island. This led investigators to their first theory. Perhaps a massive rogue wave had swept the men away. Maybe one keeper went outside to secure equipment. The second keeper could have followed to help him. Finally, the third keeper may have ignored protocol and gone outside as well. Within seconds, an enormous wave could have swept all 3 into the Atlantic. The freezing ocean would have offered almost no chance of survival. No bodies were ever recovered. Yet many people believed the story wasn't that simple. Soon, strange rumors began spreading across Scotland.